Hello again, my bone building friends. I'm Liz, and this is Osteoporosis Today, Bone Health Tomorrow. We can do this together. Today I'm outside filming. It's hot, but still. Today I wanted to tell you I ran across a doctor, Dr. Dave Clayton, MD, on YouTube, and for right now, he's become one of my favorites. He explains things so clearly and concisely. His own wife was diagnosed with osteopenia, and so he's really into finding out what needs to be done and what helps. Some of the things he talked about very clearly, and he just put it together so well. He first talks about vitamin D and vitamin K2, and how together they make a difference in the bone. By themselves, they really don't. They might stop bones from the body from losing more bone, but together they are a powerhouse. It's like baking a cake. You need all these ingredients or the cake is not going to bake right. And obviously for us who have osteopenia and osteoporosis, we don't have the right ingredients or they're not being utilized by our bodies. So he talks about K2. Some people say K24. Some people say K27. I'm taking K24 right now, and I'll talk about that in another video. But anyway, K is very important and it's hard to get from the diet. And vitamin D, along with your calcium. And he also talks about, sorry, there's a mosquito. He talks about potassium. I haven't heard anybody talking about potassium, but all of these ingredients are needed in order for the body to utilize the calcium and put it where it belongs in the body and not in the blood. We don't want it in the heart. We don't want it anywhere except in the bones. Sorry, there's a plane going overhead. I told you this is not edited. Anyway, he explains it so well. Dave Clayton, MD, he's out of California, and I think if you watch the whole video, it would help you. If not, this is just what I got out of it. And exercise, as far as exercise goes, on another video by another doctor, he put it really well. If you exercise and you're not used to it, now let's say you're exercising, but you're not doing the bone building exercise, the resistance training, and the impact training, if you start doing that, what's actually happening is the bone is getting micro fractures, which is a good thing, not fractures, but little tiny places that signal the osteoclasts, which are the things that build new bone. So they come rushing in to build new bone for you, but you don't have the ingredients for the builders to use to build the bone. So that makes you worse off. So you need to pay attention to your diet before you start exercising pretty much, or at the same time, because otherwise you will not have the ingredients and your bones will break down even further. So it's really important to get these key ingredients and also enough protein. There's some controversy about how much and what kinds, but the golden ingredients are protein, calcium that gets into your bones, vitamin K, magnesium. You need half the magnesium that you take in of calcium. Not too much calcium because it might end up in your arteries. And you need vitamin K, and that's just to start with. You also need boron, but most people get enough boron, and you need potassium. So, and that, a lot of people get enough calcium. But if you just start today and say to yourself, do I get enough vitamin D? Most people have to supplement. Do I take a vitamin K2 supplement, either a K24 or a K27? And what kind of calcium am I taking if I'm taking a calcium supplement? Calcium carbonate does not work very well in the body. Calcium citrate works the best. And am I getting, did I say, enough protein? Those are just the beginnings. If you do that for a little while and exercise very slowly, like I said in the last video, do what the consensus is, you want to do as heavy as you can without too heavy, and do less repetitions. So maybe start out with, you can do, one lady said if you do, she's a physical therapist, she said if you can do 15 repetitions with a barbell doing, you know, your biceps, let's say, then you can go up in weight. If you just did 5 repetitions, let's say, of something that's a little hard to do, not a lot, because you don't want to stress fracture, and you do that a few times a week to start with, that can message the bones. There's a signaling center in your bones that says, oops, I need to make more. So that's what you want to do, and you want to approach it slowly, even though all of us want to hurry up and do everything we can all at once. Okay, until next time, I'm going in because I'm getting bitten. Thank you so much for watching. Please leave a comment. If you don't mind, hit the like and subscribe button. And I hope we can do this together, share what we're learning, and we can do this. We can get back to bone health. Talk to you later. Bye, bone health friend.